So this is my Medical Ninja female deck. So we have Hotaru, the Flashpoint 1 attacker mission. So that's your turn on your mission phase. Pay 0 chakra and remove this ninja from the game. So you put into your move from play zone, and then at the start of your next turn, move this ninja card to your village, and then when this ninja is put in play, draw 1 card, then discard 1 card. So when she's a turn 0, so when you first deploy her on your turn 0, you'll draw a card, then you'll discard a card. Then afterwards you can flashpoint her, right? Banish her, remove her from the game, and then it'll be your opponent's turn. Then it'll be back to your turn. And when it's back to your turn, you bring her back. You draw a card for her effect and discard a card for her effect. And this is a small, simple little engine that can get you to sift through your deck. So every turn you're drawing, discarding, drawing, discarding. And of course you draw during your regular draw phase. So you're getting 2 cards per turn, and you're able to pick and choose what you're going to keep in your hand, and you're discarding what you don't need at the time. You're more likely going to discard like big ninjas, things of that nature. Any extra copies of a ninja that you have in your hand, like if you have 2 copies in your hand, discard 1 of the copies and keep the other copy. So that's what you'll do. And the idea is you're trying to get to certain key cards. You're definitely trying to get to your mission cards and whatnot. Her ability, the whole draw and discard, combos well with the Sakura chakra control attacker mission 1 win chakra. Move 1 card from your discard pile to your chakra area. If the move card was a win card, heal 1 of your ninjas. So there's that. So if you pitch 1 of your win ninjas to the graveyard, to the discard pile, and then you use Sakura's ability to put that win ninja back into put it into your chakra area, then you'll be able to heal 1 of your ninjas, which is always good. You want to keep your ninjas on the field, so that way you're going to be doing a lot of blocking because you're trying to obviously defend yourself. Because you want to stall long enough to initiate your win con, which comes later on in the game, like around turn 5 and higher. So you definitely want to keep your ninjas on the field as long as possible through healing. And then so that's ways you can get your ninjas into your chakra area if you need them there for a specific reason, card effect or whatnot. We'll get back to her for another combo later on. So let's continue. So we got Hinata Hyuga, turn 0 for the one I admire. When this ninja is put into play, you can randomly select 1 card in your opponent's hand, reveal it, and if it's a ninja card, return it. If not, discard it. So the idea is you're trying to get rid of your opponent's jutsus, your opponent's mission cards, your opponent's client cards, things that would be problematic. You definitely want to get rid of them, because you should be able to deal with your opponent's ninjas through other effects and through battle. So this is good. Good. And you notice there's a pattern of in-play effects. So this is one of my Uta Kata tech card for deck thinning, for deck control. So attacker mission phase or EOJ, but you're mainly going to use it during your mission phase. Pay 1 chakra and then search your deck for a non-ambush card and move it to your chakra area. Shuffle your deck afterwards. There is 1 ninja in this deck that is ambush, and that is Kirin. As you can see, Kirin has the ambush attribute, so you won't be able to take her out the deck and put it into the chakra area because she's ambush. But everything else is fair game. Moving along. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that you mainly want to use that effect of Yutaka to obviously get your 6 tails out into your chakra area, or discard pile, whichever, but into your chakra area, obviously. Then you want to get your Katsuya into the chakra area with Utakata's ability. And these are your 1-ofs in the deck, so you only have 1 copy of each. So the sooner you get them out of your deck and into the chakra area, the better. And then you'll be able to use them later. So then the next card we have here is another turn 0, Hanari, Mind Reading. When this ninja is put in play, your opponent reveals their hand, so you get to see what's in your opponent's hand. In that case, if they reveal a mission card, you can draw a card. Then move 1 card in your hand to the chakra area. So you draw, charge. Right? But the ability to look at your opponent's hand is very useful. You know what they do and don't have. As you can see, most of these ninjas are female. Of course, the Mighty Tamari Windscythe, she's your 1-drop. When this ninja is put into play, you can look at all the cards in your opponent's hand, select 1 jutsu card of your choice among them, and send it to your opponent's chakra area. So this is a way you'll get rid of jutsus. And again, looking at your opponent's hand is very useful. You want that knowledge of what they're playing, what their strategy might be, so you can outplay them. Then here's your other 1-drop, Kirin. Absorption ability, valid. Exchange of jutsu and mission phase. You can move 1 card in your opponent's discard pile to their chakra area, and then you can heal one of your other ninjas. So this is a good way of healing your ninjas. It's good their effect is valid, so injured or not, she can do her effect. She has an ambush, so that's important to note, because you can combo her with Sakura. Use Sakura's ability to, send one of your win attribute cards from your chakra area to your discard pile, then put Kirin from your discard pile into your chakra area, and if you haven't deployed yet, then you can deploy through the effect of ambush, Kirin, get on the field, and now you have another way of healing. So you have Sakura's ability to be able to heal, then you got Kirin's ability to heal, so you'll be able to heal 2 ninjas, and the fact that they can heal each other, that's useful. You can use one to heal the other one. Sakura's ability is not valid, so when she's injured, she won't be able to, obviously heal herself if she's injured. So you can use Kirin to heal her, and then if Kirin's ever injured, you can use Sakura to heal Kirin, obviously. Go back and forth that way. One thing you would like to do is use Kirin as like a chomp blocker, let Kirin take a good amount of damage, and then heal Kirin with Sakura's ability, or let Kirin go to graveyard, from taking a lot of damage. And that's okay, because you'll just bring Kirin back into your chakra area, and then you'll deploy her from your chakra because she has ambush. So that's a little combo right there. So there's some synergy. I already mentioned Sakura's abilities, and she's your turn 3. Another turn 3 from the deck is Tsunade Childhood. She has 6 power, as a 3-drop, so that's really good. You can make some strong teams with that. When this ninja's team wins a victory or an outstanding victory, you can randomly select up to 2 cards in your opponent's reinforcement deck and remove them from the game, or it's from the game. So that's a really good effect to have, because reinforcement decks are pretty popular. You could just put whatever you want in your reinforcement deck, and use those cards whenever the time presents itself. So the ability to randomly get rid of 2 of your opponent's reinforcement cards are very useful, especially if you hit a Naruto Sage mode. You definitely want to hit that, right? Don't want them to do an infinite combo with Naruto Sage mode. So this is good for that. But the main thing is that she is a 3-drop Tsunade, which will help you go into your reinforcement deck much easier with a Sakura. So that's why we got at least one 3-drop Tsunade, so it'll be easier to go into the Tsunade and Sakura squad card. So that's part of why she's in there. Plus the fact that she can hurt your opponent's reinforcement deck is also nice, and that 6 power is really useful. So let's go with another Tsunade, one of the 5th Hokage. Her name is Tsunade, so there's that. She's an 8 power, 3 support, Slug Princess. She's definitely the main card in the deck, the main Tsunade of the deck. Because this is a Tsunade Medical Ninja female deck. Anyway, during the exchange of Jutsu, you can pay 2 Wind Chakra. In that case, put a Slug Ninja card from either your discard pile or chakra area into any of your battling teams in any position. So that's awesome. But typically, I will want to combine the Slug Ninja with her in her team and make a really, really strong team. Now the target, there's 2 targets for that, obviously. Six Tails was interesting to note. Is Six Tails is a Slug Ninja, as well as an Animal Ninja and a Tail Beast Ninja. But the main thing is, it's a Slug Ninja, and Tsunade can summon it, which is really awesome. Ballad ability, X equals to the number of cards in your hand, and this effect cannot be negated, which is great. So, you see there's a lot of X's for power and support. Healed or injured, this is going to be very powerful. Because if you have 6 cards in your hand, this is a 6/6. Right? If you have 10 cards in your hand, this is the 10/10. Like, that's ridiculously good. Ballad, at the start of your turn, draw 2 cards. This is going to make sure you're going to have a lot of cards. Like, it's going to be strong. Like, it inherently has that ability. It gives you 2 cards. Then you draw for your regular turn. So that's 3 cards a turn. So in 2 turns, you'll easily get 6 power. Not including the fact that you already have cards in your hands. So let's say you already have 4 cards. There, right, there's 10 cards. In 2 turns, bang, 10/10. Gotta love that. So definitely is awesome that they made him a Slug Ninja, so that way Tsunade can summon him. Slug Princess. And then of course, Kasuyu. As you can see, Tsunade is in the background. And she's even all the way on top of Kasuyu's head. So, as you can see, it's an animal and a medical ninja and a slug. That medical part is pretty interesting. But the main thing is the slug part. So it's clearly a slug ninja. It's 9 power right off the bat. So it doesn't matter how many cards I have in my hand. It's 9 power right off the bat. So that's definitely good. It's a healer ability, Ballad. During your mission phase or exchange of jutsu, you can heal 1 ninja or remove from play any number of coins on your ninjas. You know, in case you got poison coins and stuff like that. This would be useful for that. But the main thing is the ability to heal your ninjas is always good. So during your mission phase, or even during the mission, so it's only your turn. During your mission phase or your exchange of jutsu, you can heal your ninjas, which is always good. And it's valid, so either way, you'll get the fact that if Katsuya is injured or not. What's nice is that you can heal 1 ninja, not 1 other, which means you can always heal Kasuya. So if Kasuya is injured, since the effect is valid, you can always heal Kasuyu, and then you have your 9 power again. Because you see, when Kasuyu is injured, 0 power. So if you heal Kasuyu with its own effect, it'll be 9 power again. And that's awesome, to be able to keep it on the field with that 9 power. Then the second Ballad ability is, at the end of your turn, if you have Tsunade in your village, you can draw a card. Ain't that awesome? So you're obviously going to use Slug Princess to bring out Kasuyu, and then because you have a Tsunade in your village, you draw a card. So at the end of your turns, you're going to be drawing a card. At the beginning of your turns, you're going to be drawing a card, which is always great. And being able to get Kasuyu and to be able to get Six tails on the field is going to be very devastating because you're drawing two cards before your turn starts, right? At the start of your turn, then you draw for your draw phase. That's 3 cards. At the beginning, once you start your turn, you're already three cards ahead, and then in your turn you get an extra card. So after you play a card, like let's say you deploy a ninja to battle and stuff like that, then you end your turn, then you draw a card. You know what I mean? To replace that card you just played. So that's awesome. So there's synergy there, and since they both have different names, obviously you can have both Six Tails and Kasuyu on the field. That's awesome. And the other one of Tsunade, if they have, there are some other Tsunade's. I might try to find another one that has a lower cost, but this is the one I had. I had an extra one, and it's like, oh yeah, let me just throw her in there for the heck of it. Plus, she has a really good effect, so why not? She's 8 power, so that's good. Attacker mission phase. 1 chakra, flip a coin. So that's one of her abilities, is to let you flip a coin. Not useful in this deck, but just point it out. Attacker mission. That's her second ability, is pay 0 chakra. If you have 3 or more other female ninjas, so she doesn't count herself, which sucks. So you have to have her plus 3 more, so that's 4 female ninjas in play. In order to get this ability, move 1 Wind Jutsu card from your discard pile to your hand. That's awesome. So, and she's a medical ninja, so that's useful. Of course, she's female. So there's actually only 1 jutsu in the deck, right? Or I took the jutsu out. Oh, I took the jutsu out. Oh, so I do have to replace her. I had Infuriation, so the idea was to use her to recycle Infuriation. Forgot that I changed the deck a little bit. So she's still a good card, cute card. I will replace her with something different eventually. Wouldn't be a bad idea to just add another Slug Princess and go crazy. Technically, I should be playing 3 Slug Princesses, since the deck does largely revolve around her. But anyway, so here's one of the mission cards. Rules for medical ninjas. Effect: during your mission phase, you can select one of the following effects and apply it according to the number of your in-play medical ninjas. So that's why the slugs being, the Kasuyu slug being a medical ninja is useful, because it'll count it as well as it'll count all your female ninjas that are typically medical ninjas. So if you have 3+ medical ninja in play, heal one of your injured ninjas and put a growth coin on them. So the healing ability, always useful, but also putting growth, oh man, that's awesome. Because then you just make your ninjas stronger, and that's the whole idea. Get them stronger, right? And then end your opponent out. So it's going to be some stall tactics. So healing your ninjas, then powering them up, healing them, powering them up, healing them. Every turn they're getting stronger to the point where, once you start swinging, your opponent is blocking, or they don't block, they're just flat out taking, outstanding victories, and you're dealing your opponent 2 battle rewards per attack, right? Then, if you have 3+, medical ninjas, draw 1 card, so more draw power, right? More for your 6 tails, and then just drawing into your win cons, drawing your other mission cards and ninjas. And then 4+ medical ninjas in play. Randomly select one of the cards in your opponent's battle reward area and move it to your hand. That's just wrong. Your opponent goes through the trouble of do you some damage, trying to get some battle rewards, and then you just go randomly take one of them back and just do that over again. Every turn, just healing yourself. So not only this deck heals the ninjas, so the ninjas stay in the game longer. Now you have the ability to heal yourself, so you can stay in the game longer. Alright, to help with the stalling and the upgrading and the stalling and the upgrading, right, making your ninjas stronger and stronger, so you can end your opponent out. Wonderful Days, permanent, which means it'll stay there until it gets removed. effect. When this mission's card's effect is applied, your opponent can organize their teams. That's nice for them, right? Only teams that include both male and female can be sent out to attack, not block, to attack. So, man, if it's if it included blocking, oh man, that would have been dangerous. But it's only for attacking. So you gotta have male and female ninjas in the same squad in order to attack those squads. So you can't just have a male ninja by himself trying to attack, or a female ninja trying to attack. You can't. You gotta combine them. Have at least one male, one female in a squad, in order to attack. And that's in order to attack. Other than that, no attacking. So that's, awesome. So this will help you stall long enough to build up your forces, get enough medical female ninjas in play, so you can use cards like Kunoichi Battle. Only female ninjas can be sent out to battle during this turn. Notice it says sent out to battle, which means blocking as well. So that means your opponent can only send out female ninjas to block. So if they only have one female ninja in their village, that's the only ninja they can be sent out to block, which means essentially all your female ninja attacks can essentially go through virtually unimpeded. Your opponent can organize teams when this card is played, so that way they have the ability to, fix their teams, so that way they have a chance to try to block, especially if they separate all their female ninjas from their squads to have them as individual female squads, right? Female teams to block. So that's, and since this isn't largely all female deck, obviously that I'd be able to take advantage of that. The other card we have for that win con is Medical Ninja. Your team with one or more medical ninjas can only be blocked by teams with one or more medical ninjas this turn. So that's very useful, because not every ninja has the medical ninja typing. Most female ninjas are medical ninjas, so there's that. So pretty much, if your opponent doesn't have any females to block with, they're more likely going to take, all that damage, right? And you want to make sure your female ninjas have, or in this case, your medical ninjas have 5 or more power. So that way you can get get outstanding victories. And that's the main goal, is if you can get 5 female ninjas, right? 5 medical ninjas in this scenario, with medical ninjas effect. Get 5 medical ninjas on your side of the field, in your village, right? Send them out all by themselves. They don't need to be squatted up. Just have one of each, so that way you have 5 teams, and make sure they have 5 powering up. So that way, since they more likely won't get blocked, they'll get outstanding victories, and you'll deal 2 damage for each, and that's 10 damage. And your turn, you'll win, because your opponent has lost 10 battle rewards. You know what I mean? So that's the whole idea of using Medical Ninja, is to do that. Same thing with Kunoichi Battle. You want to get at least 5 female ninjas in play, that when they attack, your opponent can't block, and that they have 5 or more power, so that way they can get outstanding victories and deal 2 damage per attack and get your victory. Restart is it's a great card. It gives you another turn, so it's a really good card to throw in any win attribute deck, or any deck that can at least pay the 1 win chakra hand cost, right? Great card. Discard all cards in your hand and your chakra area. After this turn ends, you can have another turn. Great. So you can have 2 battle phases essentially. So you play this, attack your opponent, deal as much battle reward damage as possible in your turn. Then you have another turn, and then attack them all over again. What would be crazy is if you get another restart. You know where I'm going with that, right? Get another restart, do it again. So that's the best thing, is if you already have if you have 2 restarts in your hands, you're taking 2 extra turns, after the fact. So that's awesome. and it's a 4-drop, so you can really quickly start dealing your opponent damage, especially enough to weaken them to the point where, well, I did say if you have 2 of these in your hands, obviously you have to discard your hands, so you can't have 2 of these in your hands. That'd be counterintuitive. But if you play one and then your next turn, when you draw, because you'll be top decking now, if you draw it again, and then you have, and that's the main thing, if you have like effects that let you draw cards, that's awesome, because then you'll just draw and be able to play the card, because you just need at least 1 win card to play this card. So you play this, put 1 win card from your hand in to play it, and then do it all over again. So it just depends if things work out. But that's the great thing, is like you restart, and then if you end up being able to restart again afterwards, awesome, multiple damage. But the idea of getting an extra turn is always good. And you must discard a minimum of 1 card for this effect to be applied. So just 1 card from your hand and 1 card from your chakra area is all you need in order to play this card. So can't argue with them results. And then for the control element, because we got some essentially 1-turn kills, win cons. So we stall to try to 1-turn kill our opponent. But during the process of stalling, we could just chip at our opponent's life points, right? Dealing them battle rewards. But with having Wonderful Day active and then combining it with Impassioned Speech, so that way you can flashpoint your ninjas, the ones that have when they come into play. You saw there was a lot of come into play effects. You can start chipping away your opponent's hand. With Hinata, with Tamari, and of course, since you're looking at their hands with stuff like Hanari and stuff like that, you'll be able to make better decisions and be able to time when is the best time to try to go in with the Medical Ninja mission card, go in for the kill, as it were. You'll be better prepared, especially if you can get rid of like a jutsu that might be able to negate mission cards. That'd be useful. You want to get rid of any jutsus to get rid of mission cards. You want to use Hinata's ability to hopefully hit a mission card that might be able to negate a mission card, like a counter mission. You want to be able to try to get those cards early on with your card effects, be able to play around your opponent if they do have a counter mission to try to counter your restart or your Kunoichi battle or your